Hi there. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Nicole Diaz, and the name of this channel is Nikki Knows Nada because I talk about INFJ type stuff from an INFJ point of view, and sometimes INFJs can be a little complicated to figure out. So that's why I was wondering if, as an INFJ, I wonder if we're hard to love. I know that we're extremely warm people and we value close relationships. I value close relationships, but I also know that there's what people would consider a downside of the INFJ. So I made a list, so I won't be there with you long. Uh, and I promise you guys, I'm going to make actual videos on this stuff, but I just want people to understand me a little bit better. And so, for my fellow INFJs, salute to you. And as always, each personality type has strong sides, and there's no absolute, right? There's good and bad, and I won't say bad. I would just say we need different personalities, right? I just find the INFJ personality cool because it's the most rare, and that's because we are led by our intuition over logic, but our intuition is so spot on, scarily so. Sometimes people think I have a sixth sense, but no, we're able to feel things that other people are going through where words aren't needed, right? Like I have a friend, I can tell my friend's going through, and the contradiction is I can't always tell what I need to get better, but I can tell what other people need to, and it sounds horrible. Let me give you guys something. I have a list, all right? And I use my phone as notes, so I want to talk about something. All right, I'm going to talk about INFJ strengths and weaknesses, and I got these from studies that I've looked at, and I can just tell you, it doesn't. Let me just read the strengths and weaknesses, and then I give you a personal point of view or perspective, right? Okay, INFJ strength. Hey, Nate, good seeing you. An INFJ strengths, okay? This is not a complete list, but this is what I have for you right now. INFJs, which is an introverted personality type, right? And we're led by our intuition. That's what the I is for, our intuition. Warm and affirming by nature. Yes, I am. Dedicated to achieving the ultimate relationship, sensitive and concerned for others' feelings. We usually have good communication skills, especially when written. I mumble things up a lot when I'm speaking. We take our commitments very seriously and seek lifelong relationships. We have very high expectations for others and ourselves, both strengths and weaknesses. Both are strengths and weakness. We're good listeners. Usually. I kind of have a motor mouth. We're able to move on after a relationship has ended once we are sure it's over. I consider that a strength and a weakness because I feel that it hurts a lot of people. But when we get to that point, we've tried a lot. Nice emoji, Nate. Shout out to you. Okay, that's the strengths, right? Warm and affirming by nature, dedicated to so and so, good community, blah blah. Let me tell you about the weaknesses. Although the weaknesses for an INFJ, I mean, to us, is not really weak because we are very comfortable in our own skin, and that's like so sometimes our personality seems as if it conflicts with like I could be very nice, but then when I just nothing a person as I call it, then I will seem very cold, right? Let me just read the weaknesses. I love that emoji because it's like if I had glasses, I could do it better. Oh, Caribbean Freddy, did I miss your question? Because I was asking you if you subscribe to the DSM-5 because it's good. No, because INFJs aren't bipolar. We have things that seem conflicting, but we have things that seem conflicting, but we're not bipolar. Let me read the weaknesses and then I will look at the comments. I mean, we could be bipolar, but that's because we have a bipolar disorder. And INFJs have we deal with trauma in a certain way, and I will get into that in another discussion. But I will let me read this and I'll get to you on that. Tendency to INFJ weaknesses, right? Tendency to hold back part of ourselves, not good with money or practical day-to-day life necessities. Extreme dislike of conflict or criticism. I don't know. Haven't noticed. We have a very high expectations for ourselves and others. Oh, okay. So I read that for the strength too, because it's a strength and a weakness. Okay. And we have difficulty leaving a bad relationship. So that's what I mean about the contradictions, right? When we leave, it's after many times of trying to make it work because we're hanging there longer than the average person. And I know in my personal life that's been a little public lately these days, more than I would like it to be public. I will hang in there. And I will try my best to work it out. But if there's no resolution in sight, then an INFJ is that's not going to satisfy that need to help others. So that's when you get the INFJ door slam. We talk about Caribbean Freddie says, I was asking you, okay, INFJ is bipolar. No, and we're pretty our moods are pretty much the same. I mean, we're very comfortable in our own skin. We don't, but we're introverts. But I couldn't say that we're bipolar because to me, that means you're on both sides of the scale. You have very high highs, and then the low lows. You have mania, and then depression, and an INFJ prides themselves on being dependable and there for others. And I can't say that's I'm gonna look more into that. How about that? Hey, Zero, good seeing you. I'm gonna look more into that. Let me see if I can. If you're a mod on the other channel, I do want to just go ahead and add you here too. Caribbean Freddie, you've been. Who was that asked me for a ranch? Was it you? I don't want to add you guys as mod if you didn't. If you don't want to be, because I think someone did. Okay. Hey Nicole, hey pretty girl, hi Zero, hi. Trying to earn some brownie points. No, I'm just playing. Thank you for sharing my IG. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I would agree, Caribbean, that it's tricky. Oh, it was you. Okay, there you are. Let me see. I use different software on my other channel, so that's why I'm not quite ready. I will eventually open up this discussion as far as INFJs go, but I'm still trying to figure out which way I want to take it. I know I'm going to talk about INFJ stuff, but you got to make sure it's definitely not like my sobriety channel. So if you guys want that kind of stuff, make sure you check out Misunderstood. But when I want to make sure that I put out enough videos so that way when I go live, you know what I'm talking about a little bit more, because I can have it like on a screen and lay out like stuff. But tell me also if you guys did any personality tests, let me know about your personalities too, because I would like to know the good, like the struggles for you and the good side. Let me tell you guys some of the dark sides of an INFJ, right? Again, I took this from different studies. There's more than what I listed, but I kind of cater to the ones that I can speak more about personally because of what I go through. But I just find INFJs interesting. Not just because I'm an INFJ, but just because I do. I like that wanting to be a part of something bigger than yourself. And I don't really stick up for myself, but I will for someone else. Like, that made no sense. I will, if I see someone else being bullied or something like that, I definitely can't keep my mouth shut because we feel things very deeply and we don't like injustice. And INFJ is that one that's not afraid to tackle a situation or go against the crowd, because we have this moral thing where, and that's the contradiction, not for ourselves but other people. We don't like to see people bullied, and we definitely stick up for the underdog. Yeah. The dark side of an INFJ. We are extremely private. When you see me speak out about something, that means that there was a lot that took place in the background to where I feel like it's messing with my psyche. So I'll put, if I feel, man, I don't like to see kids, dogs, and people. If there's like a bullying thing that's going on with me, I can handle it for a while, but eventually, I just believe in exposing a bully. But normally, I'm very private, and it takes me a lot to get to that point. INFJs, you're not gonna find us out of character. This is who we are. So sometimes when a person will tell me that they're an INFJ, and then they're like screaming at the top of their lungs at someone, you're not gonna see me do that ever. It's because this is my personality, this is who I am, and we don't like that kind of public display of emotion or anger. We would much rather use psychological warfare. Yeah. So okay, dark side of an INFJ. Extremely private, we shut down. We don't ask for help. We have an all or nothing attitude. Again, we're all in or we're all out. We either like you or we dislike. There's no middle ground. So that's why sometimes people feel drawn to me or close to me, because I'm not going to spend time with people I don't like. And I know that I'm not for everyone, but I value relationships and getting to know people. And so an INFJ, I always say INFJ's favorite question is why. We love to ask why, and we just want to know who you are. We're brutally honest, all right? So that's why, you're not going to get that sugarcoat thing, and INFJs don't like small talk. So if you have an INFJ that you're trying to love, you just kind of want to get to the point. And again, it's contradictory because I don't get to the point. That's what I'm saying. But we are people who can feel what a person needs, and we like to help. We're natural caregivers, so that's why we attract narcissists or narcissistic personality types. For that, because of that caregiving attitude. But when we feel that it's not appreciated and we in our efforts, the one thing that's going to really hurt an INFJ is we don't ask for anything in return, just that this is helping in some way and that it's appreciated. But if it feels like the person is attacking us and we get drained, we hang in there, but then you feel that coldness from when we walk away. There's a door slam, and then there's the fallout, and the fallout is the part where we're just done, right? Pushing through the pain. That's something that we do because we like to get it done. We bottle things up inside, and a lot of times we feel hopeless. That's because we're misunderstood a lot. Like the name of my other channel. But okay, you guys, you're not gonna like what I'm about to read next. Again, there's a lot more, and I'm not dissing any other personality type. It's just that I'm an INFJ and I'm an empath, all right? So I feel things very deeply, but I usually don't respond to things that bother me and don't feel good. But when a person feels negative, an INFJ is not that one that is going to give that person any of their time or energy. It's almost as if that person never existed, and that's in the fallout stage. Remember I talked about the INFJ doorstep? Then you have the fallout stage, and that's basically when that person has fallen off the earth for you. Like, you don't see them or think about them. We don't wish harm on them. We just wish nothing for them. And that's because of how much we're hurt, not because we're trying to be hateful. It's just that we have to protect our own selves, and a lot of times we're drained. All right. Hey, there you go. Let's see, where are you? A bipolar person wouldn't be this consistent as you in this calm. That's what I mean. So I strongly disagree. Remember that there's been things that, okay, never mind. I'm not gonna say that. No, I would not say INFJ is bipolar. We are consistent. Our feelings and our emotions that we're just very in touch. We're like quiet leaders because we don't need that validation. As we do what we feel is right. Like, we love pleasing people and doing stuff like that, but we won't go against our own, like, our conscience. Like, you can't convince an INFJ to do something they just don't believe in, and an INFJ needs to be a part of something other than themselves to be able to be a healthy INFJ, or else we fall into the dark sides, which is, like I said, feeling hopeless is just because we just think we can fix everything that's wrong. We don't like injustice in the world, right? So you see me going on these missions and things like that. It's an INFJ thing, right? Dance for me is very healing and it helps. Uh oh wait, I just missed somebody. Let me see. Okay, wait. Make sure I didn't miss. Josiah, congratulations on the mod school. Great name. Thank you. Zero, thank you for your help. You help a lot. And wait, did I do Nate? Okay, I got you guys. I got you. Okay, I'm gonna talk about oh okay, remember I was telling you about the dark side of an INFJ? INFJs also have a certain kind of eye contact. Bear with me, because after that, I'm going to tell you why INFJs are attractive. Before and I don't mean this from just bear with me, right? INFJs have a certain kind of eye contact. Okay, so and I know. Let me just read it now. Explain later. INFJ's weaknesses include not lustful but intriguing looks, as if the person is seeing something more in you that they desire, but consciously aren't letting their face or bodily actions express it. I don't know a different way to explain that, but yeah. The occasional lock eyes from someone gets the INFJ's attention, but might throw them off of their game if the timing is right, which INFJs will secretly enjoy because they often feel like very few people get them. So we like that eye contact. It means a lot, and that's why, again, I was saying that I don't like to not come up and use an avatar. It's actually hard for me to stream that way because I feel as if I have a harder time connecting, and I like for people if someone's talking to me, they're not looking me in the eye or something like that. I just feel misunderstood. I really need to be present with the person, which is another reason I don't multitask. I don't multitask well, right? We have warm eyes, but it's contemplative. So hard to explain that, but the intriguing look I feel gets taken as lustful. We're also very comfortable in our sexuality. We'll talk about that another time. Another thing with our eyes, we're able to naturally communicate with our eyes, and our glances say enough. So that is something. Let me tell you why INFJs are considered attractive. And this is going to be my last point before I read what you guys are saying. So please feel free to comment back, because I am going to read your opinions on what I said. It's okay to disagree with me. INFJs are attractive because we are actually nice. So it's not an act, and that's why I said we're not bipolar, because number one, bipolar is a very serious mental health condition. I don't mean to make light on that. That is something, and to say that INFJ has that, no, we're actually nice people, okay? It's one of the things that make us nice. I mean, you can take someone that you think is a 10 and then think about, the most beautiful person you can think of, thank you. Now just playing. It's not me. Think about, like, if you see this woman and she's beautiful, or this man that's gorgeous and they have a horrible attitude, right? To me, it takes away from that. But INFJ, like, we are nice people. And again, that door slam doesn't come easily. It's after just being taken advantage of because of our caring nature. We're caregivers. We're a lot of us are healers naturally. We're very warm in our personality. So if we don't walk away, we need to save the resources, which is our energy and the way that we care about other people. So we rather reserve that for the people in our life. And we genuinely, I love when you feel love from INFJ. That's why I'm hoping to be understood more. It's a true and genuine love. We value relationships. Okay. We are also attractive because we're mildly insane because of the N I followed by FE, but I'm not going to get into that right now, just because I want to stay focused and I'll lose my track. We're quirky. I don't think I need to spell that. We're clueless when it comes to some jokes, and it's really funny. Just are, don't ask. We're literal people. So when we're angry, um it's the truest, most righteous anger. And I don't know how to explain that. It's like I don't really say much when I'm angry. But sometimes people are attracted to me when I'm angry. I don't know why. I think because it comes across like this. I'm so upset with you. I'm mad at you. How could you do that to me? Oh my goodness. And then I can be really dramatic. uh our eyes are calm and serene. INFJs know how to help people. We're nerds. We love absorbing in. We love knowledge, and and we understand like history and music references and things like that. So that is just what I'm going to tell you guys about INFJ. Um, this is something that I like. Let me see if I can get the author on this one because I'm going to read this one because this is not for me. Tracy Van Buren, right? She writes about being an INFJ. And I had to agree with this. We're so similar as INFJs. So, we can bond that way and we just get each other. An INFJ. I'm going to say this as an I, but she wrote this and I wanted to give her credit for that. It just related to me, okay? As an INFJ, if I'm staring at you, I'm either trying to figure out where I know you from, staring into space and haven't figured out that I'm staring at a living and breathing human being, reading and diagnosing you while watching you interact with others. I'm fascinated by your intelligence and empathy and waiting for you to marry me. Don't start proposing. Or listening to you yak on while I plot your murder and reminding myself that I really do not look good in orange. May the odds be ever in your favor. Except, she's white. I look good in orange. I can understand what she says. She doesn't look good in orange. I do not look good in certain shades that I can't think of right now because, anyways, I hope no one gets mad at me for saying that, but that is honestly how I feel about stuff. So, I'm not gonna. I would like to know other personality traits, and I hope that no one gets mad or take offense to what I have said. A bipolar person's mind races; they change their mind a lot. That's not INFJ. The only thing that we may change our mind on, again, we're introverts. I know I seem like an extrovert. You know what? I'll make a video about that. Okay. I'm probably gonna do it montage style. It's just easier. But I'll make a video about that because I read when or I can't pull it up now, but someone said something about me seeming like an introvert. I mean extrovert. I want to talk about extroverts raised to the occasion. Uh and we do that. So hey Amos, good seeing you. When we have to do something socially, that's actually good for us. But if we were to do it just like any other introvert, if we were to do that all the time, we would feel drained. And for an introvert, we need that downtime to function. It's really important for an introvert. Extroverts need that social interaction with other people, but an introvert is the opposite. But with an INFJ, we don't back down from a task or something challenging. We take that challenge. It could be jobs, it could be whatever. That's why a lot of INFJs are very successful people. We're not going to let our fear and stuff like that not allow us to do something. And the interaction is actually healthy for an INFJ. But it's really important to try to maybe understand the INFJ a little bit because we are sincere and we are brutally honest, right? And I know exactly who I am. And honestly, we are nice people. I get it. I get you. I can feel the energy before I walk into the room. It's scary. It's scary, yo. But that's why that's why the I is first, because an INFJ is led by their intuition. There's a lot of other personality types that have that strong intuition as well, but an INFJ uses intuition over regular logic, and that is how we function. And our especially an INFJ that's very comfortable and they're mature in what they believe in, whatever. As I don't quiet that feeling inside, and I'm not sure. INFJs are an all or nothing kind of people. And that's the hard part because I love so hard, but I know that coldness. But INFJ, we need that coldness because again, we're either thinking about like like not like we're gonna walk around marrying people, but we get into meaningful relationships, and with our friends, we truly value our friends, and we need you guys. We need you. It's just complicated because the personality type is rare. We're just not afraid, and we need to be part of that bigger picture or something. A lot of that for me gets satisfied with dance, but I do need that charity type stuff. But you know what? Other personality types that are more like leader, we need that. We also need the ones um that use logic, okay? Because they keep us balanced. And sometimes I take on too much, and I need that the other personality types. Like Nicole, I think you're tired. We think a lot, even if it makes us stay awake more than once. So if this was another video, I would compare that to drug use because we do sometimes need something to calm us down, but I'm not going to get into that right now because that one's going to be a little bit more controversial. It's going to disagree with me, but INFJs are thinkers, and we love. It's just as we're talking, we can't help but diagnose you. We can't help but um, see what you need. But the thing is, though, an INFJ is going to meet you and want to, without telling you, take care of that need. That's why we attract narcissists, because a narcissist likes to be taken care of. They're manipulative, and the INFJ draws a narcissist, but the INFJ feels like they can fix a person. So that's why you see an INFJ with people that other people will see as toxic, but the INFJ sees the good in people. And that is why you see an INFJ that is, especially if we're in a low state, go from one struggling relationship to the next, to the next, to the next. So we need the other personality types in our friends to slow that down and break that cycle. So that's what we do. And I encourage you, if you've never taken a personality test, it's really interesting. I don't want to mess up the name. Myers-Briggs. Those are the ones that I can't speak enough. A lot of times people will think that they're an INFJ, and I'm not saying that they're not. I'm just saying, just ask yourself, some of the main questions that I ask myself is like, are you more comfortable doing things by your intuition, or are you more comfortable using reason and logic? That's one of the main things that you could have a personality type where they have strong intuition. But I can tell you that INFJs are we lead by our intuition and how we feel inside, and that intuition for us, because we're so tuned into who we are, is, hey, I see you in the clouds. We're so in tune with who we are that we need that, and that gut feeling. It actually hurts us when people question that, because that is how we function, and we are 99% accurate. I feel like I'm always accurate, but my gut feeling, we definitely can feel when somebody's gaslighting us, and we put up with a lot for a while. So if you have an INFJ in your life, that's what I was. Are we hard to love? Maybe, because that downtime is something that we need, and even though we're introverts, we can seem like extroverts, and I feel like there's a lot of contradictions and double standards with an INFJ. All right, I would love to know your thoughts on that. Thank you, Amos. I appreciate that. I do. I'm an Aries. I am. So yeah. And again, let me know if you agree, disagree. Let me know. I will get better at putting out videos. Right now, I'm just doing lives because I'm building a community. I'll still do both, but I really want to make more videos on INFJ type stuff, and at least once a week I'll put that out. Until then, just got to put up with me being live, all right? But I love having these discussions. You all be safe on this Saturday. I will talk to you very soon. And I do respond to 100% of my comments, okay? Feel free to like or dislike. They both help me. And if you like this kind of material, please subscribe. And I almost said liberal. You said, Amos says I'm a Libra, for those of you in the clouds. And I was like, oh, geez, yeah. Again, I'm better at writing than speaking. Very cool. And Amos, I do believe that you are an advocate. And that is a great way to describe an INFJ. I appreciate you all, Amos, Freddie, Josiah, Mod School, salute to you, and I would love to know more about that Mod School. Okay, I'll see you guys. Don Cato, I know you're in the clouds. See you, Zero. I will talk to you all soon. I don't want to miss anybody. Be safe. Okay, thank you so much. I really do care. Bye.